Hello everyone. Welcome back to the second episode, I guess you could call it, of the free-to-play experience. And in the previous episode, we had talked about what you should be doing on day one, and I think we had decided that it was going through chapters 1 through 5, completing all the way through that. And then after we completed chapter 5, we had the side story quests unlocked, and then we also had the option to do other stuff in lieu of that. But I think I had briefly went over going to Tower of Initiation, which is this right here, and then to complete as much of this as possible. When you have War Hero Fen, I completed all the way up to the 14th initiation before I ascended and used my max elixir on War Hero Fen. And then once I did that, I went back into the 15th initiation. I was able to full clear it and get the nice juicy rewards, which is a unit LB stone, which is really nice. So I think technically we have one left over. So what I didn't record it, unfortunately, but what I we actually have 3. What I ended up doing was we ended up having, I think, 6 by the time I completed the Tower of Initiation, because the Tower of Initiation gives you, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it gives you 4 all the way up to the 14th initiation, and then you should have had 1 from leveling up just naturally by rank. So if you go to the missions tab, and then you go to missions, which is the last one, so you could see like achieve rank 27, and you'll get rewards from level 1 all the way up to level, I think, like 80 or 100, I forget which one it is, but every time you level up, or rank up I should say, you get some sort of reward. And I think at level 9 is when you get your first LB stone, and you can accomplish that by either going through the first 5 chapters, or you get from rank 1 to rank 13 just by doing the daily quest for the very first time on day 1, which is this. We already did ours today. This nets you the highest player rank in the game at the moment, besides Crest Palaces. Crest Palaces gives you like a butt ton of player rank. But yeah, so we ended up doing that. We ended up getting our first LB stone from that, and then we got the other 4 from the Tower of Initiation after we completed chapters 1 through 5. And by completing chapters 1 through 5, you should have gotten some sort of equipment from it. Granted, it wasn't the best equipment, and then if you had trouble getting through the last kind of portion, so from like initiation 9 or 10 up to 15, it gives you where does it start giving you? I think from so from initiation 1 through initiation, I think 5, right? Yeah, so up to initiation 5 gives you already maxed out, not LB, but max enhanced equipment that you can slap on all of your characters. And if we go to my team right now, that's what everyone has. It just has whatever we got already maxed out from the first 5 initiations, and then those will help you kind of get through the rest of those up to 14. Then again, you LB 5 Fen first with the use of our max elixir that we had purchased in or spent 10 crystals on in the first episode. We were able to just get those on top of him being now level 120, him being awoken, and now you can like set his AI and stuff like that, which you just go to AI set. There's usually a thing that is like default AI, instinct, and you can just kind of leave it as it is, or I like to set his super art to the last wave, just so he's not wasting like his huge DPS move on some scrub, like, you know, minion or something on stage 1 or 2 or 3, and that way he just nukes the boss. But I have it set up the way I want to set it up, and so we just have it like that. for day 3, we we did a multi, by the way. So when you do your dailies, you can set it as a multi lobby. Let me try to find something that lets you set it as a multi. Boot camp, right? So Holy Land of EXP, right? We did some of that on day 1 too, just to get our character's initial like boost. You see how it says multi and it's highlighted red. So if you do a multiplayer lobby, you just click this, enable chat, always enable chat. That way people can actually talk out in lobbies. Just click like anyone's welcome, click ready, and then it'll create the lobby. And then there's a thing up top that allows you to set it to global or open, so that like, you know, anyone can join it. And you just do that on your daily, and for your first X amount of new people met, which just means like either joining multi-lobbies or hosting multi-lobbies and having other players join them, you get 5 crystals per person met up to a certain amount of people, and then after that it goes down to 1 crystal up to a certain amount of people, and then after that it is no more. I forget how much because it's been so long since I've done the first meeting bonus, but it's a good way to get some extra crystal too. And then it's also a good way to get people to help you, and then it's part of your dailies and stuff like that too. So like your today's missions, right, is clear a multiplayer quest, which just means make a lobby or join a lobby. Make food, which is in the town. There's usually a go thing that'll bring you there, but if you don't want to do it like that, or you for some reason don't have access to it, you just go into town, swipe over, go into diner, cook food, click something. You'll most likely already have the ingredients, prepare, voila, right? So as long as you do your daily quest hosted in a multiplayer lobby, cook a piece of food, and then do 3 exploring quests, which are just any quests in any of these tabs right here. Just do 3 of them, which you'll naturally be doing them anyways. Then you get to complete your daily missions and you get an extra crystal, and some other stuff too. So with all of that explanation kind of up and out of the way, that's going to kind of lead us into what we want to do on day 2. So day 1 and day 2, you get these login bonuses called like equipment exchange tickets. So first time being in here, you just skip it. You don't have to do that every time. You join the alchemist, and you do exchange. And then what we want to do, since we summoned on this, we could exchange that for some alch, but we'll talk about that later. But what you want to do is you want to just scroll down all the way to redeem 4-star equipment, redeem 5-star equipment, redeem both of these. So we want to go down to our 4-star, and then we want to scroll all the way down. Since we have Reyes in the party, and we don't really have any healing at the moment, the best thing you could do, even if you had a healer, this is a good thing to have always, is the flower cane. I mean, over time you just get multiple of these, but for starting out not having anything, it's a good thing to have to help heal. So if you maxed it out, it heals all allies HP by 20%, and it's a 4-star, so it can go in pretty much any unit's kit, because units have usually a minimum of a 4-star slot. So that's going to be our unit of choice for the 4-star, and then the 5-star is going to be, in my opinion, the best one here is Magic Armor Gargantua. I usually choose that one because there tend to be more dark units overall that you face during your GS career, and right now both of the events going on are dark boss themed, so having that extra dark mitigation is definitely going to help. So those are going to be 2 things, and then what we're going to do immediately is not go here. We're going to go to units, we're going to go to Reyes, and we're going to not put the dark one on right now. We're going to swap his base healing ring to the flower cane, just because it's going to give everyone more health overall. And then that'll kind of act as our pseudo healing for now. And then what my next step would be after that is to probably get Reyes up a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to evolve. We're gonna click on him, go to evolve, see what we need. We need these things, which we can only get through these two separate locked like evolution material paths. And you can, if they're not unlocked already, you can spend 1 crystal to have them unlocked for 24 hours. And this will always net you a positive amount of crystals, because it takes 1 crystal to unlock. Here, I'll open it just for the sake. And then you get 4 crystals for all of these quest completion rewards. So it basically nets you 3 crystals. And again, it's good to just get all that ascension material early. So I'm gonna do this real quick and I will be back. Okay, so we're done running through that just the one time for now. Later on we can always go back into this if we need to, but for now we are going to just do it the one time. And then now when we go back to units, we should have enough to evolve him. So now we just click evolve. Cool. And then we're going to see if we can evolve him a second time. So we just gotta up his level a tiny bit. So if we click on him, go to enhance, and just from naturally playing, you should have some sort of stock of the silver chickens, or if you ended up farming them, I'd say use these smaller ones for now, because we don't even need that many. We only need 6 of them. And then now we click on him again, click evolve, evolve him. Cool. And then that's gonna be as far as we can evolve him for now, because as you can see, if you try to evolve him further, there are these unique evolution materials that you can only get from his side story, and then that's actually going to put us into the final segue of day 2, is going to be farming the side story. And what I mean by that is not necessarily farming it, just going through and completing as much as you can of the side story as possible. So like go through the exploring tab or the quest tab and then click your little side story, right? And so you're basically going to want to go through every single one of these, and you're going to want to start probably here and work your way up, and just try to do, again, every single one of these, as many of them as you can. If you are doing one that's like, say you're doing the Knights of Blood 4 and you get to a point where you get to the 12th quest and you just can't beat it for the life of you, don't worry, just move on to the Knights of Blood 5 and then just keep rinse and repeating all the way through this. And this, I promise you, will take you probably the rest of your day on day 2. I think I had this on full auto and I was pretty attentive to it every time it like got finished with a chapter, and it took, I think, like 7 hours just to get like halfway through this, which was kind of crazy. But yeah, so I promise you it'll take the rest of your day. If you do somehow get past it and you have enough time, this is where you are going to want to start farming the 2 current events, and I would say prioritize the Ragshrim event over the Overlord event right now, just because it only has 7 days left and it will let you farm really good equips that I had talked about in the day 1 video. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much day 2 in a nutshell. Sorry that these can't be more in depth. I would make them more in depth, but they would end up being, 20, 25, 30-minute videos. If you do want me to make them more in depth with a longer video, let me know in the comments down below. Like, if you find this stuff helpful and you want me to be more specific, I don't mind doing longer videos that break down everything a little bit more. But yeah, that's going to be it for day 2, and I will catch you guys all tomorrow. Later.